What's happening, YouTube? Specifically, my subscribers. This is my 100 subscriber special. I appreciate all of you so much. I figured I would show you my new design for a toggleable enchantment table. So let me break out a sword real quick, or just something to enchant. Yeah, a sword. So obviously, you know, no bookshelves are out, so you got low level. You come over here, you push the first button, you got one little row of bookshelves come out. Throw that on there, you get to level 10. Up. You can push the second one, 2 comes out, up to level 20. Push the third one, and you guessed it, the rest of them come out, and you can go to level 30. You can push this button over here, they'll all go back. Not only that, but if you got all 3 of them and you want to go to 1, you don't have to reset it first. You can just... So, there you go. Now the very first thing you want to do is you want to get yourself an enchanting table. You go ahead and make sure it's got a block under it. Go ahead and give it the 1 block perimeter like so, and then put your bookshelves right where I'm putting them, all the way around except for that 1 block right there. We're going to go ahead and get below these. We're going to put 2 blocks below, and we're going to go ahead and line up all of these just underneath the bookshelves. And this is where our sticky pistons are going to go. And they're all going to be facing up into the bookshelves. With that done, we're going to go ahead and get rid of these, and then we're going to go ahead and run the redstone lines that we want. First row you want up to here, so we're going to put a block there and a block there, and then we're going to run the line that the redstone is going to be on right here. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Block here and block here, and then just like so, we'll put the redstone on these, and then we'll go ahead and line these up, one here, and just like that. From here we're going to go ahead and put the lines in that move our bookshelves. So we'll place these like so with a comparator and a repeater, and then we'll come over here and place a block up on this one. Not there, but there. Okay. And then we're going to run these to where they are in line with that one. We're going to do the same thing on the other side with the block up here, and then we're going to run this out to where it is in line. And from here we're going to put a comparator, a repeater, dust, 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 both sides. So comparator, repeater, dust, dust, dust. And this, because these 2 sides have 2 repeaters, is going to add a tick. From this point, we go ahead and put 4 blocks up like this and take out the center 2 on all 3. And then we throw in some droppers facing up on the bottom ones and back down into those ones off of the top. And then we take these out. Now that the droppers are in, we want to go ahead and test this. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a block next to each one of these droppers with a button on each block. And the reason that you don't just put a button on the dropper is because it will power both droppers since they're touching. So button, 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 and button, button. We also want to put an item inside the top dropper. Now, when you push the top button, it should send the item down into the bottom dropper, and the side that you're on should go. Okay. 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 And then when you push the bottom button, it should send the item from the bottom dropper to the top dropper, turning the line off and dropping that set of chests. That work? Like a charm. Okay. So then we take these out. And then we'll get out our decorative blocks, which I'm going to use steps for this part, and then the wall and the buttons. We will go ahead and line, to cover the redstone, this whole thing up with the stairs. Like I said, you don't have to use stairs, but you just want to cover the redstone. And you don't necessarily have to cover that part if you don't want to. Alrighty, and then I'm going to put the wall out one from there. We're only going to worry about the back wall for now. Go ahead and one button in the middle, one to each side, and one all the way over here for the reset. Before we run any of this wiring, I need to say a few things. There is limited space between there and here. There's more than enough space to run this, but you got to be mindful of where the other wires are going. So what you want to do is first plan where each of these buttons is going to go. Now, we're going to refer to the one on the left as 1, the one here is 2, and the one there is 3. So when the first button is pushed, not this one, this is the reset. The reset pushes 1, 2, and 3 on the bottom, putting the items on top, closing all the bookshelves. But when you push number 1, you want the first set of bookshelves open, so you want to click number 1 on top, number 2 and 3 on bottom. And then with this one, number 2, you would want 1 and 2 on top being pressed and 3 on the bottom. And for 3, you would want all 3 on top pressed. Now from here, I suggest choosing 2 separate types of blocks so you don't get yourself confused. But when we're going to the top, we'll pick blue, and when we're going to the bottom, we'll pick orange. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put block here of one color, and then of the other color we're going to put block here and a block here. Now we're going to have one of them just push this one, and we'll have it come out here, just there, and one of them to push both of these. So we'll go ahead and run one across like so, and then one to push all 3 of them. And we're going to want the exact same thing for the other side. So then we're going to come over here and one to push both of these, one to push just this one over here. So we'll go ahead and come right down, and then one to push all 3. Is that right? That's not right. We're not going to push just that one. We're going to push just this one. And then for all 3, we're going to come down one more. And this is to make space. Like I was talking earlier, there is somewhat limited space back here. Can you tell? But anyway, I digress. Let's get to laying this redstone out. Go ahead and show you which lines to put that on. do not put one on top of these. If you put one on top of these, what it does is when this line is activated, it'll also activate this line and it'll hit both of those. Well, think about it backwards. If this one's activated, then it'll also activate that one. But yeah, you get the hint. And then this one there would also. So every time you hit one, you'd hit all three of them. We don't want that. What we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and break out our torches. We'll put a torch on top of this one, and I believe a torch here, here, and here. Now we're going to go from this one here, which is our reset. For a reset, we want to push all three of the bottom ones, so we're going to come down here. We want to run kind of like this. I think we'll put it here. That'll, no, we'll go underneath. Like it is. Yeah, so then we'll come down on this side. And let's go under this one entirely, if we can. Actually, we won't go all the way down. We'll come here. See if that'll work. So let's come up here, dust this up, and that torch has inverted it, so we're going to invert it back by throwing another torch on here. Bada bing, bada boom. With the reset line in, we're going to go ahead and do the blue, the top for the first one. We'll go ahead and run our line up like this. Put a slab over here so you don't hard power the block, and run about like so. Now we're going to put dust on, not that one, but on that one, and then from here we'll go ahead and put a torch there, and that activated this, and we will see that the reset button now works. Now I'd say we'll go ahead and put this one, which we want to open this and this. So we'll go ahead and put this on top. One here, and one here. Here, here, and here. Now I've done this quite a few times, so you can probably tell. If you bring it over top of this block, and then put the torch over top, what it does is it activates this one again for some reason afterwards when you drop them. I don't know how it happens, but it happens. So we go ahead and run it like that. That's on, and we'll hit the reset, and it'll drop all that to that. Now next, we'll go ahead and throw the third one in there. You know what? No, let's do some of the other wiring over here first, just to get it out of our way. That's the reset. This is the first one. Now the first one, what we want it to do is we want it to hit this one, so it'll turn this one and this one off if they're on. And I believe we will come straight off of this one. Since the first one's already powering this line, we'll go ahead and make it come up and over and then down. Let's count how many well, actually, we'll just go ahead and do this number. We'll follow it down so we don't have to count. Moment of truth. Yep. Alright, and then throw this here. Ta-da. So whereas we might not have all of them, oh, sorry, wrong button. But so as we might not have all of them set, we'll know that this will at least take down one. So we can be pretty positive that that's already set. Two, when it sets these two, it needs to then come over here and hit that. And because it has to go over this one, I think we'll run some of its wiring first. I'm not 100% certain where to take it, but I think I'm going to do it this way. And then from here, we will put a torch here. There it goes. Here's the real moment of truth for the reset button. Ta-da. Okay, so we've got that set. Now we still need to set the red or the orange for 2 and for 3. So for 2, it needs to hit just this one, and actually 3 doesn't need to hit any orange at all. If it did, this would not function proper. So just the 2. And from the 2, I feel we can just bring around like so. And then we dust that up. And I believe this will function properly. Let us see. So it looks like it functions good. Time to decorate the rest of the room. And there you have it. Not really decorated, but at least a finished room. Now, for my subscribers, I appreciate every last one of you. I leave you with the fireworks that should have been in my 4th of July special, but glitched out.